X Division's brightest stars prepare to sacrifice it all in the high-flying, death-defying, free-for-all, the Ultimate X.
It's here, it's time. It's up next at Destination X. It's the return of Ultimate X with the X Division Championship belt on the line, and here are the X Factors. The high-risk, high-wire spectacle returns with champion Alex Shelley's belt up for grabs in a 5-way match. Even though we've seen him as a dominant force in a vigilante-like appearance, how will Suicide fare in match competition? Tonight, his official debut. If experience plays a factor, Chris Sabin has to be the odds-on favorite. This is his 9th Ultimate X match. He has 3 wins, and tonight, it's Chris Sabin's chance to become X Division champion for a 5th time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ultimate X for the TNA X Division Championship. The wrestler who retrieves the championship belt and lands in the ring will be the TNA X Division champion. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, Consequences
We talked about Sabin's built-in advantage when it comes to experience. At the opposite end of the spectrum, Consequences Creed competing for the first time.
I mean, you've got to be absolutely nervous in your Consequences Creed because this is so intimidating.
The next 2 participants from Detroit, Michigan, and representing the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and the TNA X Division champion, Alex Shelley.
The champion Shelley not wearing the gold down the ramp because the title belt's already been put in position high above the ring, right at the center, right at the middle of that X. Yep, Sabin has the big experience edge. Alex Shelley, only 1 time has he ever appeared in an Ultimate X match. They also have each other to watch their back. Competing in 2 Ultimate X matches, yet never victorious, plus he's got Consequences Creed to help him out.
Well, that's true, and you get so much more confidence every time you go in there. It's hard to imagine Chris Sabin being in 9 times, but this being the 3rd time, it's going to be a good advantage.
And the final participant, Suicide!
One-of-a-kind entrance by Suicide, flying down from the rafters, from the ceiling here at the Impact Zone to make his official in-ring TNA debut. And we can see as this match breaks down even before the opening bell that they're going to try and take that X-Factor Suicide out of play.
I mean, I'll tell you what, having your first match be Ultimate X, that could be career suicide. For Suicide in a situation like this, it's just unlike any match you've ever seen. You mentioned that teamwork earlier that the Guns are going to use, and you know Lethal Consequences will try it too, but right now the situation, I think, with Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, a great advantage for them, but I am looking forward to finally seeing Suicide come in there and being in an actual match and not coming in when people are wore down and tired and doing those attacks like he does.
Opening minute has been all Guns. Reigning champion Shelley, one of the 4 challengers, Chris Sabin, take it right to Lethal Consequences after eliminating Suicide by shooting him out onto the floor. As Shelley starts to climb up the truss, Suicide quickly back in. He takes Sabin out to the floor and drops Shelley down, and Shelley goes face first right on that top turnbuckle.
I'll tell you, this match is unlike any match. It really is my favorite match in TNA because we saw it from its inception and everything that's happened. I mean, one of those that you always will see something you've never seen before in professional wrestling. Somebody will try some crazy stunt, and it's just pure energy and pure fun, and it really is something else.
Handstand into the springing back elbow by Black Machismo. Able to take down Suicide. Shelley's got Lethal by the leg, spins him around, and then drives him down. The head of Lethal right into the knee and leg of champion Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley that knows that to hold on to his belt right now, he's going to have some luck involved. I mean, think about it. It's not a one-on-one matchup for the X Division title. This is one of those where you might do nothing wrong the entire match and lose your belt just because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got so many people to keep his eye on, and you find yourself involved with a competitor like he is right now, and you forget about the other three. And anytime someone gets an opportunity, they're going to try to get up and get it. Alex Shelley, going to be tough to hold on to this one tonight.
Wow.
Long drop.
Impressive offensive flurry of Shelley. Quickly derailed by Creed as Consequences sends him out to the floor. Sabin follows up to assist and help his Guns partner with the offense on Creed. And now Sabin, you can see that his vision, his eyes are on the belt, and quickly, this is the experience factor, springing from the top right onto the championship belt, and Creed's there to cut him off before he can take down the gold.
You've got to give Consequences Creed credit just for having the sense of what was going on at that point. As you saw that belt bouncing around up there, and it was so close of Chris Sabin bringing it down. I mean, that could have been a matter of even if he could have got it loosened up, he could have grabbed it when it landed. Chris Sabin, no, man, he's just trying to make sure that Creed never does that again.
Creed taken out of play momentarily. Now it's Sabin and Suicide to square off. Fired off into the corner is the Mystery Man, and he comes out with an elbow and then takes the legs of Sabin completely out. Got him in his sights. Here he comes into the corner and drives the knee right into the chest.
We just know so little about this guy, what he's about, what makes him tick. I mean, if any advantage he has, it's the fact that nobody knows anything about him. You're going to get a quick lesson when in a match like this, and obviously the Guns aren't impressed.
Guns work as a team. Shelley bails out Sabin with Lethal on the floor. Shelley slides through, but then Lethal is there to catch him completely off guard with the kick.
That's a mistake you can't make. You can't find yourself out on this side of the ring. So hard to get up there and get that belt when you're out there, but in the moment you want to just take out every opponent you can. And look at Alex Shelley. He almost baited Jay Lethal into doing that, caught him by the back of the head in the air and slammed him down. I'll tell you what, vicious.
High-risk move by Lethal doesn't pay off, and now Sabin's Suicide dive directly between the legs of his Guns partner and the champ Shelley. That takes Black Machismo down. Suicide back up to his feet, drops Shelley down on the floor, and it looks like Suicide's gonna fly.
Oh, look at Alex Shelley, though, just sitting there waiting. He can hear him coming. You can hear him. You can hear the footsteps of Suicide. Alex Shelley used that, and I mean stopped anything that Suicide had going on.
Neck of Suicide snapped down on the top steel cable by Shelley. That is back to the ring, and as a result, it gets drop kicked from behind by Creed. Lethal and Sabin fighting it out, duking it out on the floor. Creed headed up one of the truss, but Suicide cuts him off, got him up on his shoulders, fighting off Shelley.
What in the world?
And rolls through right on top of the Guns and Lethal.
What a move there by Suicide, using Consequences Creed as a weapon. I mean, that's just, I'll tell you what.
They got to take another look at this. Here's the replay. Creed up on Suicide's shoulders, then he just rolls through like bowling pins just falling down as the Guns and Lethal go down on the concrete.
Suicide right now has a clear path. All four other members are outside. Suicide by himself. Somebody is going to have to get in there quickly if they're going to stop this.
Suicide about a quarter of the way across to the belt. Lethal's got him in his sights, and a perfectly placed drop kick drops Suicide down to the canvas, but here comes Creed.
Now what do you do if you're Jay Lethal? You realize the Consequences Creed, and by the hesitation, that allowed the Guns to get back in there. That was a move that Creed had to make a decision from the start. He made the wrong one.
Lethal Consequences square off with the Guns. Sabin and Shelley Shaw